Hi everybody, this is Lonnie. Thanks for coming back. Today's little project, we're going to engrave or etch onto a fishbowl. Make it into a money jar. Here's the piece that we're going to use. It's just a fishbowl. Got it used at Goodwill. It's like a $1.25, something like that. And all I've done is I've sprayed this side with what's called a chalkboard finish paint. It's by Krylon. I like that because of a flatter image and it coats really good. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the machine. Now, when I put it in there like this and I try to work with it on the computer, you're not going to be able to see the edges. It's black on black. It's kind of hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece of paper underneath of it like this. Just be aware that anything you stick in here is subject to being hit by the laser, so don't put anything underneath there that's good. Now this bowl has got a little bit of a curve to the back of it, so I put it there in the grate and set it there, and the laser goes back and forth on it. It may rock, so I always keep a jar or a container full of scrap pieces of wood. So I'm going to put probably only need one piece of wood on each side, about the width of the jar, and that keeps it from rocking. Okay, I'm going to try and square it up. Alright. Now, the problem we're going to have here is this is going to be too high. The laser will not clear it. So when that is the case, what you have to do, come back. I'm going to take out the grills. And that'll give me an inch or so more clearance. I'm going to slide it over here to the side just to make sure I got the clearance. Yeah, that'll give me enough clearance for the laser head to get over the top of the image. Now, if we needed to go down further, if you've seen my setup video, once I take my drip tray out, there's a hole in my table, so I can load stuff up from the bottom. Just raise it up to where it has to be at least the height of where the rail was, and then I can do whatever. But yeah, if you want to go look at that video, you can look at that video. But the main concern here is we've got it, we can see what it's going to be, and it's going to clear the print head. Alright, so we're going to close her up. I'm going to stop this video, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the software part and let you watch along while I do the software part. Okay, we're over to computer. Our image is here. We've done a preview. There's the fishbowl. Bring it over, and we'll set it on here, and we'll size it up, put it where we want it. That looks good. Now I'm going to hit the autofocus. You see how the image moved there? Always, after you hit the autofocus, double check. And in this case, if I'd have went ahead and just hit print, I'd have ruined it. And what happens is that camera, when it moves to autofocus, goes up and down. And at 3 different levels, there's 3 different ways the camera can show. I'll explain that in another video. But always, excuse me, after you hit autofocus, check it before you just hit up there and hit start. Alright, so we've done it. She looks good if we did it there. While I don't have to, I'm going to hit autofocus again just to make sure. Okay, it appears to have stayed the same. The settings, these are trial and error type settings. We're going to go with these, try it out, see how it works, and then we're going ahead and hit start. It's going to be almost an hour. We're going to hit send, and then we're going to hit the go button. I'm going to pause this and we'll be back. Okay, it's done. We're going to take a look at it. Here's what it looks like before it's cleaned up. We're going to take it out and clean up. It doesn't take long, especially if you use this stuff here. Citrus strip, paint and varnish stripper. Almost no elbow grease required at all. Back in the day, I used to scrub on stuff, try to get it off. Spray it with that, give it a second, and wipe it off and she'll be done. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, she's all cleaned up, and there's what she looks like. Turned out pretty good. Okay, this segment's just a little experiment. I just did this using the method I normally use, like chalkboard paint. But I've seen a bunch of guys using that galvanized cold paint. So I had an extra fishbowl, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to compare the two of them. Okay, that one's done. I'm going to go clean it off, then we'll compare the two of them. Okay, laid some boards up here for contrast. But this is the one that I did first, so that you can see it. This is the way I used to always do all of them. And that's using this chalkboard paint as a catalyst, or stencil, or whatever you call it. And this other one was using the cold galvanizing compound. Both of these we're using the exact same settings. Both of them feel exactly the same, except this one turned out white and this one turned out black. So you can make your own call on that.